Hello. Hello. Hi. Right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Ben, for those of you who haven't met me, although it seems like I've met everybody about 3 or 4 times at this point. I'm John's brother, and I have the great privilege, and it was an honour when he asked me to be his best man. So if you just lend me your ears for a few minutes, I'd just like to say a few words about the lovely couple, about the parents, about the groomsmen and bridesmaids, and I shan't take too much of your time. It seems to me that when I went on Google, because that's what you do when you're drafting a best man speech these days, there's only 2 types of speeches, and they are short and bad speeches, okay? There's no other category. If you go too long, everybody's already rolling their eyes. I was talking to the wedding photographer earlier, and I said, oh, it's about this long, and he says, too long, flat out too long, and he's the expert, so I will bow to it. So I'll give you a rough estimate. It's around 10 minutes of content, and it's around 15 minutes if, you know, you laugh, you applaud, you give me rapturous applause. Alright, 10 minutes then. Thanks for that, guys. Let me turn over. So, firstly, it said on my little checklist, if you will, I had to thank the hosts today. So that's Stone Manor. It's an absolutely beautiful venue. The food has been beautiful. I don't know what sort of pagan ritual that they did last night to make sure that the weather was this nice today. I'm sure we'll find some runes in the garden somewhere where they've been sacrificing lambs, but it's been absolutely fantastic. So a big thank you to Stone Manor. Secondly, our hosts technically are the parents of the bride. So to Steve and Carol, it's been lovely to get to spend some time with you today. Thanks for all your contributions. Your speech was fantastic, and the kind words to John certainly touched my heart. And maybe a little bit emotional. Okay, John. Come on. But obviously, thank you for your biggest contribution, which is obviously Kate. So again, big thank you, guys. And of course,
let me live that down.
Our parents here. I mean, the effort which my parents put into this wedding has been phenomenal. I mean, John's already touched upon some of the things that my mum has done for this wedding, but the wedding dresses alone, the bridesmaids' dresses alone, I think my mum made a sweatshop of one. She's been locked in a dark room in some Southeast Asian place that she's found. She's not seen daylight for 3 months, so it's nice to see that she can stand outside and cope with the sun. Whereas my dad, at the start of this process, go on then. No. Whereas, again, my dad, I don't think I've heard him talk about anything else but the wedding, about the stag do. I mean, I've got a personal, huge thanks to Payne for helping me organise the stag do. Really, really helped us out in a stick. But what I will say is, before that process started, my dad had jet black hair, and now he's obviously gone the other way. I mean, he's just holding on to what he's got left, really, at this point. So, just on behalf of John and Kate, can we thank our hosts today? That's Stone Manor, the parents of the bride, the parents of the groom. So, to our hosts.
Yay.
Okay, next card. Right, so secondly now, I'm on to my bridesmaids and I'm on to the groomsmen. So, again, with the bridesmaids, I'll echo some of the things that John has said. You all look stunning today, and you've all put in a huge amount of effort to kind of support Kate. And, yeah, Rachel, you have made me look bad, so I'll be giving you a dig later for that. Thanks for that. No, I have looked woeful in comparison to some of these girls. They've put an enormous amount of effort, and so really, really a pleasure to get to spend some time with you all today and meet you all. What I will say, though, is it does feel like I know you already, and that is from the sheer quantity of social media posts that came out of the hen do. I mean, honestly, 1 per minute. They were just hitting us at every second. We've got pictures of randomly shaped straws. We've got pictures of them outside the limo. They weren't nothing for a second. So you can imagine that at any moment during this speech, I reckon one of them is on some form of social media. It might be Facebook Live. It could be an Instagram story. I could have bunny ears. I could be on Snapchat. We don't know. But whatever you're on, girls, I'm going to suggest a few hashtags that you might want to use today. So hashtag romance, hashtag Mulvey White wedding, hashtag great speech, yeah, hashtag handsome best man, hashtag lonely best man.
Good try.
Hashtag call me.
There's no one here to...
But yes, the bridesmaids have been fantastic, which leads me on to the groomsmen. Now you can see, you want to see these guys in ordinary life. They look terrible. I mean, honestly, they look awful. I mean, it looks like they've just got out of bed half the time. And so it's been a small wonder. It's been a small wonder that he's managed to get them into these absolutely fantastic clothes. I did say earlier, I think they've got death metal t-shirts underneath there, which will be ripped out later. But no, they look fantastic, and you've done a sterling job today, guys. I know I've been short with you, maybe I've been like, do this now. But everything I've asked you to do, you've done straight away. So massive, massive thank you. And that leads me on to the stag do as well. I just want to have a massive thank you for all you guys who turned out and made a massive effort to make John's day really well. Repeating massive a lot. What we'll say is, just to fill you in about the stag do, guys, we had an adrenaline-filled, risk-filled weekend that we were living on the edge with the activities that we had. First of all, we had quad biking. We then had an intense clay pigeon shoot. And then the activity that put us all on edge was, what was Pete Wright going to say to the next stranger to offend him? Hey, Pete. So, what I'd also like to do is just take the opportunity to just introduce Steve to the rest of the groomsmen, because at any minute Steve could be on holiday. Which is very, very fortunate that we managed to catch him today. I've confiscated his passport for a couple of hours, but before he shoots off to either Bolivia or Bulgaria, can we give a toast to the bridesmaids and the groomsmen, please? Bridesmaids and groomsmen. Okay, next card. Kate. It says, now Kate. Well, Kate, you look beautiful. You absolutely look stunning today, and I hope you're enjoying your day massively. And that said, on my Google advice, say something nice so that when you take the nick out of her, the audience will be on your side. Okay? No, look, when I was thinking of things to say about Kate, you know, when I'm on my tick list, the one thing that kept coming to mind is that sense of how laid back Kate is. It's like water off a duck's back. She doesn't epitomise that phrase any more than anybody I've ever met. Really, really laid back, which is incredibly useful when you live with John. I mean, this guy. I lived with him for 20 years, so I do have some sympathy, Kate. You don't know what you're in for. But I must say, John, I've got to offer you a warning as well. Kate has been laid back, water off a duck's back. But never exercise with this woman, guys. I've taken Kate on a couple of 5k runs, and I'll tell you, the loathing, the hatred, the sheer anger pouring forth. John, you never want to witness that. So what I would say is just make sure that you keep her happy at all times. But finally, what I'll say is, I don't know how John found Kate. I really, really don't. John is a comic book, Xbox-loving nerd.
Thanks.
But so's Kate. And I say that as a massive, massive compliment. He couldn't have found anyone more perfect, and Kate, he couldn't have found anyone more perfect to be my new sister. Okay? It's an absolute pleasure to be able to call you my sister now. And so, guys, can we have a toast to Kate, please? My new sister. To Kate. Which leads me on to John. Now, this is, I think your mates have bigged you up for this in a big way. They tear you down in some awful, awful, awful way. And this is traditionally where I do talk about John's single exploits, what he was like as a bachelor. I might throw in some smut, suggestion, innuendo, but John, I simply refuse to slip one in. It's a pun, guys. Innuendo, slip one in. That's the only joke I've got. Oh, God. No. But, as many of you know, JJ and I have been a double act for as long as we've been brothers. I've been the Virgil to his John Tracy. I mean, that's what he used to call me. I genuinely thought... No, it was Virgil. I was Virgil. He convinced me that my name was Virgil at a very young age. On the Triceratops to his T-Rex, he always had to have the carnivores, and I had to be the wimpy herbivores of the dinosaurs. And of course, I had to be Robin to his Batman. As testament to that today, he's bought me some cufflinks that have the Robin symbol, and he's the Batman. Speaking of which, the Batman and the Robin, there will be a screening tomorrow at our house of John trying to kick down a shed door dressed as Batman and me preventing him from doing that. Anybody who would like to see that, £1 an entry. John will be delighted to show everybody about it. But what I would say is, I've just written down here to say something nice about John. Because I wanted to do it a bit more off the cuff and wanted to be a bit more sincere. We went for dinner last night, me and John, and I wanted it to be just me and John. And he's alluded it to already that we're opposites in some ways. And I've heard Auntie Vic describe us as vinegar and oil. You know, we go well together, but we don't mix. We do kind of this sense that we're opposite people, we're different sorts of people. But actually, and it's a tribute to my mum and dad, me and John had a very idyllic upbringing. It was it was perfect in many ways. And because of that, we are fundamentally very, very similar. You know, I'm still a bit of a nerd, I'm still a bit of a comic book loving guy, but at the same time, my brother is a very, very good man. As you've heard today, I think everybody in this room would agree. He's loyal, he's honest, he's unpretentious, and he's a good, down-to-earth man. And I'm honoured to be able to call this man my brother, and that I'm his keeper. You know, it's a very easy job to be this brother's keeper. So, John, because you keep me grounded, because you make me aspire to have a family that you and Kate will do, it's an excellent start to your family, and I would like to pay tribute to you. But first, I've got some advice, and this is where Google hopefully will deliver some cheap laughs. So, it seems a bit rich that I am going to give advice, as I have got no date today. I've got to milk it, guys, got to milk it. Hashtag call me. So I googled a couple, and it says, marriage, it's a 50-50 relationship. And I thought the person who wrote that clearly didn't know anything about percentages or marriages, because that is not what it's going to look like in your relationship. It said, don't criticise the choices of your partner. Well, you shouldn't, because she's chosen you, and you're fortunate to have been chosen by that woman, I'll tell you now. And the third one I thought was interesting off Google. It said, you've got to say those 3 special little words every day. It didn't list those, but I think for you, you're going to have to say, you're right, dear. Alright? So that was good for some cheap laughs. But as an English teacher, I'm going to end by quoting the bard, you know, the Shakespeare. It says in Hamlet, this above all, to thine own self be true. And we've mentioned it already. You guys are perfect for each other. And it's cliche, and it seems cheesy to say that, but you are perfect for each other. So if you follow that advice, if you are true to both of yourselves, I have no doubt in my mind that you will have a happy, long and healthy relationship and a wonderful marriage and a beautiful start to a family. So guys, can we all be upstanding? Can we toast to the new Mr. and Mrs. Mulvihill, please? Mr. and Mrs. Mulvihill.
Mr. and Mrs. Mulvihill.
Thank you very much.